Keep your head up. 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 Keep your head up.
Hello, welcome to the Keep Your Head Up show. I am your host, Sandrina Taylor, and I'd like to say thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join me today, whether it be in your home or at your workplace. Wherever you are, I say thank you. I have some awesome things planned for the year of 2015, and I pray that you stay tuned. Over the next 6 weeks, I will be covering the topic of a series titled Breaking the Chains, Destroying the Links. Now, of course, I could not do that alone, so I've invited some of my friends to come and help me out. And of course, they agreed. We have the sensational Bunny DeBarge Knight, formerly of the DeBarges. I know everybody remembers the DeBarges. All this love is waiting for you. That's right, Bunny will be joining us via Skype on one of our future episodes. Also, the queen of my heart, my mother, Prophetess Claudia Bossie Campbell, will be right here in the studio to share with us. And of course, this lady is one of God's anointed women of faith and power who will be empowering us, encouraging, and enlightening us on breaking chains and destroying the links right here. Elder Jimmy Hicks, stellar nominee, international and national recording artist. Born Blessed was the hit. He will be right here in the studio as well, joining us. And my two sisters, friends for over 30 years. Recording artist Fangela Burns out of Atlanta, Georgia, and Halima Peru from Washington, D.C. We have so much in store for you, so we hope that you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The Keep Your Head Up show is being sponsored in part by Shocking Glass and Mirrors. Over 30 years of experience specializing in shower door enclosures, antique mirrors, specialty glass, and much, much more. Please visit at shockingglassandmirrors.com.
We're back. Have you ever been bound? Not only by physical chains, but by mental chains, emotional and intellectual. As I spoke to you a little earlier, I told you that we will be transparent on this show. I, for one, have been bound physically, emotionally, intellectually, and mentally. And that took a serious toll on my life. It kept me sick. It kept me depressed. It kept me with an unforgiving heart. It kept me feeling like every person that I was around was going to abuse me. Being a survivor of domestic violence and of a horrific crime that took place back in 2010, I have a lot to share with you. But I want to give you the keys to a few steps that have been helping me in my endeavor in overcoming and recovering from the chains of bondage and the links that needed to be destroyed in my life. I suffered much from depression. Well, depression can cause fear. Fear can cause depression. We know that the Bible says in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind." Well, I did believe that I had a lot of love, but the power and the sound mind I was definitely lacking in. My mind was definitely leaving me. And on a daily basis, I was constantly reminded of how I was no good and that everything was my fault. And because of this happened. And if it wasn't because of this wouldn't have happened. Well, that built up such an emotional mountain of fear in my life until I was left with not being able to go out in public alone, not being able to drive my car because I used to forget where I was going, so my daughter had to help me out. Afraid of being in close quarters because I felt like I couldn't breathe or that someone was going to attack me when we were alone. Even being alone in the close quarters by myself, I was afraid to have the doors closed. So fear is what encapsulated my entire life. Now, let me tell you about the keys that have been helping me and will continue to help me with keeping the chain broken in my life and destroying every link that has bound me. One, I had to take out my toolbox. Well, you say, what is your toolbox, Sandrina? My toolbox is prayer. Secondly, I had to open it. Now, how did I open it? I had to speak. Through prayer, I had to speak those things that be not as though they were. 3, I had to take out the tool, the bolt cutters, as you would say. How did I do that? I had to believe. I had to act out on my faith. Faith without works is dead. We know that from the scriptures. Then I had to cut each link. How do I cut each link? How do I destroy each link? Well, by exercising my faith, by walking with my head up, knowing that each step is a link being destroyed in my life, and I'm empowered each time. The chain must be broken and the link must be destroyed. I leave you with this. I am empowered, and I want to share all the tips and all the tools that God has given me with you. I want you to say this: no more chains. Speak it until you understand what it is you're speaking about. If you have to say it 100 times a day, you say that. No more chains. Secondly, every time you recognize that a new link has popped up in your life, you speak it again. No more chains. You get your toolbox, you go in prayer, you open the toolbox, you believe, and you remove the tool, which is speaking. Okay? Speak it again. No more chains. Repeat steps 1 through 4 until you see the manifestation of what you are believing God for in your life. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind." Until next time, keep your head up.
The Keep Your Head Up show is being sponsored in part by Cruisin' Designs. Cruisin' Designs specializes in designer, textiles, and much more. For more information, visit facebook.com/cruisin-design.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Oh, is it on the beach?
Are you sad?
No.
Are you sad?
No.
Where is she?
Right here at the island.
You were scared?
Yeah.
Oh, you found your sister?
Yeah.
You were scared she left you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me get her back.
Oh, okay. Why you had to yell at me and say, "Where is Zaylan?" You yelled at me. You were mad? You was mad? Oh. Okay, bye.
Keep your head